Hello, guys. Hi, how are you? I hope you're all very well. My name is Safi, and I am a high school student and trying to set myself for a better future. And I have this YouTube channel where I share valuable things that I learn um, along the way because um, I think knowledge shouldn't be restricted. So I just love sharing things. Sharing valuable knowledge that I already have. Yeah, that's my hobby. Um, I have this YouTube channel where I post videos not regularly, but yeah, sometimes because I don't learn important things every day. So it's like once or a couple of times a week or a two. So then I decide to make a video about it and share that information with you guys. And today Um, our topic is how to memorize for a long time. You see, when we memorize something, we usually memorize things by repeating the same thing over and over, or just, read the thing over and over, and then we try to memorize it. But we find out after some time that we don't anymore memorize, like we don't have that in my mind. It's gone, we forgot it. So like we've been using traditional ways of memorizing stuff, like just reading actively, like not actively, just passively reading stuff, like reading something. Like if there's a piece of information, a paragraph that we want to memorize, we just read that paragraph multiple times, and that's how we memorize that information that's there in the paragraph. But there's this new technique. It's actually scientific, and it's like evidence based. So it's not that I'm just here and I have discovered it myself. No, I haven't discovered it. It's actually an evidence-based technique that entrepreneurs and uh, other successful people have implemented it and got enormous results just by following this one technique. And that's what we call active recall. Active recall is like a fancy way of asking yourself questions about the topic that you knew. For example, there's a paragraph that you want to memorize, so you first go through the paragraph, and right after you go through the paragraph, you ask yourself questions um, um, like about that paragraph. So let's say if I study, let's say. Yeah, it's just an example. Like, what is a noun? Well, a noun is a name for things. Yeah, it's a name for a thing. So I just read it, and then I'll have to make a question for myself that what noun is. I'll answer this question. It's just a little, very like, yeah, it's a very basic example. But if you have like a page or paragraphs that you want to memorize or a whole essay that you want to memorize, then it's a very good technique. Remember, it's called active recall. And active recall is like another way of asking yourself questions. So basically, what you do is that you just ask yourself questions about the topic that you have read, just read, not memorized yet, just read, and you want to memorize. So it's like you force your brain to memorize that thing. Whereas if you just read it, it's just passive. You don't push your brain ahead. You don't force your brain to actually pay attention to this particular thing. Okay? But in active recall, you force your brain to focus on this thing only. Because when you ask yourself a question about what you just read, then you think very deeply, right? Because you don't know the proper answer. So you have to think very deep. You have to focus very deep and dig down into your brain, what just passed through your brain. Okay, and that's how you find that response, and that's how the connection between that subject and your brain becomes stronger, and you memorize for a long time. Thank you so much. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also it would be very nice if you smash the subscribe button. Thank you so much.